What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I don't know what's happened. I didn't upload yesterday. I was away, and most of today. It's like 8:30 now. I come back and Gyokeres has decided to say no to United. What happened, guys? What did I miss? Where has this come from? So it's been confirmed by all the big people, all the people we wouldn't want to be confirming anything. Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, everybody is saying that Gyokeres has provided an update and it is not good for Manchester United. Depending on who you speak to, some people say it's not definitely over, but from what I'm getting, Arsenal are his preferred choice, which I get is expected. He's quite old, he's 27. Arsenal at the moment have a 99% jigsaw piece. They just need that one missing piece to complete their puzzle effectively. Manchester United, probably like 40-50% of their puzzle is done. There's a lot of pieces missing from the Manchester United puzzle. So in his head, he's thinking, oh, well, I can go to Arsenal. I can slot straight in. They're missing a striker. That can be me. Everyone else is good. And we can potentially win the league. We can do damage in Europe. Whereas if he comes to Man United, he's going to be thinking, I'm 27. The team aren't scoring. I can help with that. But then they're not really defending great. Their goalkeeper's a calamity. I'm 27 now. What will happen this season? Who knows? Will we make it to Europe next year? If so, I could be closer to 29 then before I get in the Champions League. So if any of us were Gyokeres or had that decision to make and we had to choose whether you're a United fan or not, you would look at the Arsenal setup. You would see what's going on at Arsenal, where they've been finishing in the league, what they've been missing. And let's be honest, taking personal feelings out of it, it's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? Like, would you choose United if they were both there, thinking you're 27, you know, you're not old, but you're not young either? Like, this is a team who are pretty much complete. They're ready to challenge in the league. They're ready to challenge in Europe. Whereas United finished 15th. So, yeah, like I said, not every source is saying it's done. Some people are saying Arsenal is his preferred choice because they're linked to Sesko. They may not proceed with Gyokeres. And then if they don't, we have a choice. But as Manchester United, and I know beggars can't be choosers at the moment, but would we still want Gyokeres? After he's come out saying Arsenal's his preferred destination, if Arsenal say no, do Man United still want him? Do we want Arsenal's sloppy seconds? Yes, he's a great player, and we've probably all had a lot of false hope the last couple of weeks. Because all that talk about if, you know, without Champions League, he's still interested. He's spoken to Amarin and, you know, he's been sold the package. Clearly that hasn't been done. Clearly he hasn't been sold the package. Or if he has been sold it, he hasn't been on board with it. Still no official bids. Arsenal, obviously, they've potentially got two strikers who are willing to sign for him. They've got Sesko and they've got Gyokeres. Whoever they decide to go for, I feel, will open up a knock-on effect to every other striker in the world, pretty much. Because whoever they choose, there's still going to be one other striker who could go somewhere else. And then he could go somewhere else, which means someone else. Like, it's going to open the door for each striker who's being discussed. Obviously, Osimhen's still out there. Still potentially looking for a club, with Premier League being his dream location. Etatike apparently is Ruben Amorim's #1 choice. So there are strikers out there. It's hard to say who's going to be the perfect fit for each club. Personally, I did want Gyokeres. I've said that on multiple videos. It's a shame that it doesn't look like we're going to get him now. And like I said, even if we can still get him, if Sesko goes to Arsenal and Gyokeres is like, well, I want to come to a Premier League, United, will you take me? Do we take him back? I mean, it does seem a bit desperate from United. Obviously, the Liam Delap thing happened. He was apparently our #1 choice. Everyone said he was our target. That's who we were going for. He chose Chelsea. So then everyone started saying Amarin's #1 choice is Gyokeres. He's the guy who gave him a chance at Sporting. He put him on the big stage. If it wasn't for Amarin, Gyokeres wouldn't be Gyokeres. Blah, blah, blah. He's chosen Arsenal. So as much as we've got a pull with the like of Cunha, maybe Mbueno, strikers, they don't seem to be feeling us. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's us listening to the news reports and other people saying, you know, we have a chance. If we were in Europe, he would have 99% signed already. Gyokeres is still open to Manchester United without Champions League. There's lots of stuff being floated around. It's a tricky one because I did want Gyokeres, and now, you know, I don't know enough about Etitike. I don't know if he can hit the ground running. I think I saw him at PSG, and obviously he's done all right this season. But in terms of a Premier League for what we need, he's young. He's not experienced at that level. At least that's what I liked about Gyokeres. He's done it in England, and maybe not a Premier League level, but the Championship is very direct. It's very hard hitting. We all know the backstory. We know about Gyokeres. Osimhen, can that be done? I mean, we pretty much apparently said to him, we only want you if you want Man United, which means that could potentially happen if he wants to go to United. But again, that's us being hypocritical, because if we don't take Osimhen on, but then Sesko goes to Arsenal, we're going to take on Gyokeres knowing he doesn't want to come to United because we're not his first choice. So if we're going to say to Osimhen, we only want players who want Man United, then why are we still discussing Gyokeres after he's come out saying he doesn't want Man United? He hasn't said those words, but he said Arsenal's his first choice, which to me, if it's out of Man United and Arsenal, and you say Arsenal, that means you don't want United. So maybe we shot ourselves in the foot by Brada coming out and saying that. And then after that, I don't want Mateta. I do not want Mateta. And it's not because of that meme about Cunha Mateta. Akuna Matata. I just don't want him. Like, nothing against him. He always does well against us. But with all these strikers we've been linked to, he's just not the one. Just not the one. So, yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, Gyokeres is looking unlikely. It was up until today that I was confident that he may sign for United. He's always been my first choice, and I had a smidgen of hope, even without Champions League football, just because of everything reported. But, I mean, back to the drawing board, I guess. I feel, because Fabrizio has even said that we've been speaking to Sporting for like 2 weeks or so, or even more. So what have we been doing in that time? Because we obviously haven't spoken to the agent or the player, because he would have said, yeah, I like your project, but Arsenal's my first choice. Like, why is that only coming out now? We haven't put a bid in, so we haven't spoke to Sporting on that level. Have we just been like asking around, or have we been knocking on the door and then hoping they don't answer? Because it feels like from the Delap thing, we had to move fast. We obviously lost Delap. So United were like, okay, who's next? And have we just rushed into it? Gone in unprepared, not made a bid, not had the money ready? Like, it's just stupid. They said we were talking to Gyokeres, and then they started saying people need to be sold. So have we just rushed it? Is this United just being United? And while all this is going on, have we wasted time on Gyokeres sending people to Portugal when we could have been in Brentford securing signing number 2 for this window? Like, I still think he'll come in, but if we lose him to Spurs as well, like, literally London clubs are taking the piss out of us. Chelsea and Delap, Gyokeres Arsenal, and Mbueno Spurs. Who are West Ham going to steal? It's a weird one. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I'm hoping you guys know. So comment below. Man United are going to sign a striker. We all know that. Who are we going to sign? And from the people who are left, who would you be happy with United signing? Would you take Gyokeres after he's publicly said he wants Arsenal? For me, I mean, it's like you break up with somebody and then you go out for a night out and you see them kissing somebody else. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, I want to get back with you. Like, they've kissed someone else, so it's done. You've seen them kiss her. You can't forget that now. And yes, Gyokeres hasn't kissed Arsenal, but it's just as bad. He's picked Arsenal. I say we move on. I don't think we can come back from that now. As good as he would have been. And I've still got a vision of all of Old Trafford doing his celebration after he scores his first goal. But I guess that's going to be in London now. Unless Arsenal don't go for him. But then I don't even know if we should. So yeah, comment on this video. Let me know, guys. If Arsenal go for Sesko and the Gyokeres thing just goes cold, would United be right in throwing a bid in? And if we do, obviously we're going to back our players, but would you be happy about it? Obviously, if he signs for United, we'll all love him again and he'll be the best striker in the world. But out of principle, should we go for that, knowing what he said? Comment below and let me know. Who knows where we'll go from here? I think next week's going to be very entertaining. The window opens again soon as well, so we've got that to look forward to. And yeah, I've been Liam. Thank you for watching, guys. Gyokeres, if you see this, change your mind, come to United and we'll forgive you. That's the best I can say. We'll support you. Just don't go to Arsenal. You don't need that. It's not good there. Trust me. I know. Right. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like on this video. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.